What do you got? You want to start us off, TJ?
Well, it's never easy against the Sacramento Kings, but you pulled this one out. What did you see?
Early on, we didn't guard anybody, and we struggled to guard most of the night, which is unfortunate. That's been a common theme of late. Second half threes, fourth quarter 6 threes. Situational awareness. You have to understand when you're up, they're going to be looking for those shots, and we gave them too many. But we stepped up, made our free throws. Michael Porter, first start, was phenomenal. And I said before the game, this game would never be 120-118. I was off by 3 points. So neither team defended. That's what happens. But it was good to see. I thought Mason off the bench was terrific. All 5 guys in double figures in our starting lineup. And quality win for us because it's the second night of back-to-back. No Gary Harris, no Paul Millsap, and a lot of other guys stepped up, and that was good to see.
You mentioned Michael Porter, and 19 points to the tie for the team lead there. What did you expect when you told him he was going to start versus what he actually put on the court tonight?
I didn't expect those numbers, let's say, but I knew that Michael, if he's given minutes and given a chance to play, he's just too talented. The game comes too easy for him, especially offensively. I've seen a lot of growth recently on the defensive end of the floor. We've been struggling rebounding the basketball. He is so tall, so long. He helps you on the glass. 6 rebounds tonight, 3 offensive, 3 defensive. So yeah, he's coming along, man, and I appreciate how patient he's been. I know it's not been easy, but he gets a chance to start tonight, and I was excited about that opportunity for him. And he went out and played great. So that's just a glimpse of what's to come.
When did you know in your head you were going to start him?
Well, I knew that if Gary was not going to be able to go, I'd slide Will to the 2 and start Michael. I just figured with the matchup, Harrison Barnes, and what are we waiting for? Michael Porter is a huge part of our future, and tonight was a great opportunity to look into that future and get a sneak peek of what's ahead, and I'm really happy for him.
You always say you like to teach in a win as opposed to a loss. What will you teach when you're up 14 with 5:32 left and it gets as close as 3? What will you teach from that run?
Yeah, just again, as I mentioned earlier, Mike, that's a fine. The situational awareness. I mean, we go under a flare screen and Bielitsa hits a 3. We get caught over helping, they hit a 3. So you have to understand what they're looking for and have a lot more discipline in terms of defensive coverage and personnel coverage. So give them credit, they did not go away quietly, and we had to play the full 48 to get the win, and sometimes it's like that, but just being a lot more on point offensively, taking good shots, executing, not turning it over, and then getting back and defending and understanding we can't give up any threes. And again, they had 6 threes in the fourth quarter alone.
You mentioned you appreciate Michael's patience. Your job obviously has been difficult in terms of just how many guys, talented players you have to insert. But what does it say about the fact that even in stretches where he's maybe had just 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, he has still grown, as you said, with the limited amount of time that he's had and how he's approached that?
Yeah, I think it speaks to his maturity, and the fact that I think in the long run, and I hope one day Michael, when he's old and gray, which is a long time from now, we'll look back and say, you know what, I'm glad it wasn't easy. Because sometimes I think early success can retard development. When the ball is just given to somebody, hey, go out there and play. He's on a really good team that won 54 games last year. He's got to earn everything, and he's doing that. He's earned the opportunity to start tonight. And so I love the fact that Michael, who's been the best player in his class for so many years, humble pie. He hasn't taken it personally. He hasn't pouted. He hasn't felt sorry for himself. He's grown up. He's being a man, and that's why he can go out there and take advantage of the situation. And that's why I'm so proud of him.
You've spoken a lot about sacrifice, and after Michael Porter had that putback dunk, Torrey Craig was the first guy off the bench to go lead him up and tap him up. What does it say about your team that despite the fact that Torrey is not getting the minutes that he would probably like, that he's the first guy out there supporting Michael?
Yeah, and it's funny. Some people might think that's a little thing. I think that's a huge thing. When I watch film, I don't watch just the stuff on the court. I watch our bench. If there's a great play, is everybody up? Or certain guys feeling sorry for themselves, not into it because they're worried about themselves. But that example, a guy like Torrey, I'm not surprised because Torrey is a consummate pro. I called on him tonight to play some minutes. He went out there and played well. He helped us right away. And think about it, Torrey started 11 playoff games for us last year. So he's a great example for all of our guys because sacrifice and selfless, easy things to talk about, much harder to live every day. And I think Torrey, like all of our guys, really live it at a high level, and that's why we're off to the start that we're off to.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.